So normally when I film a video, I use this camera. Not the greatest camera ever, but it works for exactly what I like to use it for. Obviously, because I'm holding this camera in my hand, I'm not currently using it to film, and whether you can tell or not, the quality of the camera that I am using is not better than the quality that the video would be if I was filming with this. So why am I not filming with the good camera that I spent a lot of money on? And instead, why am I filming with a webcam? The simple answer is that the webcam I don't have to set up. It's already set up. It's sitting on top of my monitor. And all I have to do is just open the program I use to record videos like this, sit in front of my computer, as I'm usually doing most of the day anyway, and start talking. I don't have to set anything up. I don't have to find my tripod in the mess of boxes and things that now has become my life. I don't have to worry about fancy settings that are distracting. I don't have to worry about everything in the shot looking amazing, because this camera is honestly garbage and it doesn't really matter. I can start setting up for filming and be actively filming within 5 minutes or less, whereas if I'm using my fancy camera, it might take 10-15 minutes. And then there's the fact that because these cameras don't have good microphones, I'll use the same mic that I'm using now, but then I have to sync the audio later when I'm editing, and it just takes so much longer. And I realized a while ago, actually, that I don't have time for that. I have to get all my writing done. Not have to, I guess. Let's say want to. I want to get all my writing done. But I also have other responsibilities. I realized something very important, which is if you have a lot of things that you want to get done, sometimes, depending on what it is and what it's for, use your best judgment. You have to sacrifice complexity and, I don't want to say quality, but that's the best way to describe it. Sometimes you have to focus more on getting things done and less on getting things done perfectly. There we go. That's a good way to put it. Listen, I'm not going to post a terrible video. Like, granted, there is a video on this channel that is just 4 minutes of a camera pointed at my giant stuffed panda. That's not a terrible video, though. It's the best video I've ever posted. Fight me. There have been times where I've tried to film a video and something went wrong, which happens. Either something went wrong with the camera or like the audio or something. I sat down and I filmed it again because I do care about things looking good. It's the same with writing. I'm not going to turn in a garbage piece of writing to a client or whoever just because I need to get it done and I don't care about it. But you do have to pick and choose sometimes when you have a lot going on. You know, what am I going to put tons of extra effort into, and what can I make easier for myself? I film my videos currently on a lower quality camera. I do that because it saves time, not because I don't care about the videos looking good or anything like that, because they do look a lot better when I have this guy in front of me and not this webcam. That's not even the webcam that came with my computer. It's another webcam that I bought because I thought it would be better. It's not. They lied. If you are writing and you are struggling, or you have a lot of writing to do, or you just have a lot of things to do in general, and you want to be able to do all of them, plus the writing, and you haven't yet figured out how to do that, don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. There are a lot of people who debate about what's the best program to use to write. Like, a lot of people use Scrivener, and I've wanted to try it for a long time, and I'm curious, and there are pros and cons. And with things like that, like, there are reasons to use different technologies and different apps and different programs and things like that. I'm not against any of them. But sometimes, like, you just open a Google document, which is free and accessible to you probably very easily anywhere. And you can just write in that. It takes 4 seconds. No, it takes longer than that because, well, if you have a slow computer like me, it takes longer. But you can very easily open that up and use that. And there aren't all the distractions, all the fancy buttons and things that you're like, I want to figure out how this works, so I'm not going to actually film. I'm going to play with this dial thing. Sometimes there's a time and a place for that. And you have to just say, no, I need a simpler thing. I need a blank document that is just a place for me to write things down. Sometimes that's all you need. And when you have written something, let's say I open a Google Doc. I can't talk today, which is funny because I'm filming a video in which requires me to speak. Let's say I'm overwhelmed and stressed and I have a new article that I would like to write. That could be the exact thing that's happening in my life right now. You don't know. I could open a fancy program and worry about all the formatting things and worry that it looks amazing and worry about everything being perfect before I start writing. Or I could open that blank document and just write the thing and do the hard part, which is getting the first draft done. And then what you do when you've done that is you take the text, which is probably ideally just basic plain text. Nothing fancy, it's just there. You take it. Then you put it into the fancy program that you're using or whatever it is. And then you make it look pretty and you edit it and you do all the things to make it something that you can publish or whatever it is you're working on. I don't know. Writing has to come first. Because if you don't prioritize just getting the initial thing done, filming the video, writing the document, I don't know, I can't think of another example. Sometimes you just have to get that part done. Because once you get over that hurdle, and once you've done that, once you're like, yes, I wrote the thing, I'm so proud of myself, not only will you more easily be able to work with it later and make it look better in an editing app, for example, that may have automatically come with your Mac, you'll be more motivated to do that. Why? Because you just wrote or filmed a whole big thing that you can now do something with. You didn't have anything to work with before, and you were all stressed about making it look good. It didn't matter then. What mattered then was getting the first draft done. And some days, especially on Mondays, nothing matters more than that. That is my tip for the day, for the week. I don't know how the rest of the week is going to go. I don't know how the rest of the year is going to go. That's all I'm going to say about that for now.